what a difference it makes in going from asphalt to the track. Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi. Today we have another episode of PowerGearz, and we're looking at the Nike Zoom Speed TR. The Nike Zoom Speed Trainer, as I like to call it, is kind of your next step up from your Nike Free training line, or as we're now calling it, the Instinct and Versatility. Starting with the traction, it does give you really a much better surface as far as working on turf, on grass, or anything in between. This is really meant for the track, so you can kind of tell from the nubs, it does do a great job. I did use this a little bit on asphalt, and again, nothing to complain about. Stepping up to the traction, you could say this is kind of a step down, but the purpose of this is speed training and footwork. So this does have a PowerGearz plate running in between, as you can tell by that really hard flick back effect. This is trying to put you in the proper position to go as fast as you can, and the cushioning really is just a solid base because you want the most responsive ride possible when you're pushing off. You're going to get most of your cushion from the track, which always has a bouncy effect, or from your turf, which usually has a rubber base. Now this does give you a Nike Zoom unit in the heel, so if you are doing kind of plyometrics in the field as far as broad jumps or single leg jumps, it still works. And again, you're getting your cushion from the surface, not necessarily from the shoe. But that Zoom unit does come in handy when you are making your stops from your sprints. So I was able to find a turf and a track around my house where I was able to do some work on this, and this is definitely the shoe that I'm going to be using. Stepping up to the upper, it does use a full warp nip upper on the front, which does make it wide foot friendly. I was able to get my size 12, and it does fit true to size as far as length, and you can kind of tell the width there even from the base. But if you do have a narrow or even normal size foot, it does have fly wire, so that is going to pull you in and you can torque it down. Another step up is the lateral containment. As you can see by some of the straps here, is really a much more improved over your Nike Free line. And again, for speed work side to side, this thing holds you in really well. On top of that, it does have a solid, very strong heel cup, so you're able to use this shoe where how it's intended to go as fast as you can, and the shoe does its job. A similar shoe from Under Armour is going to be your Slingshot, which kind of has your same flick back effect with your PowerGearz plate. This does have a lot better cushion. Since this is a runner, you can still use this for speed training or footwork. The lateral containment is a step down from the Nike Speed Trainer, but again, for a runner, it still does a very good job. This retails for $140, whereas the Speed Trainer I believe was retailing for $120. Now again, the big difference being you can get the Speed Trainer for right around $40 to $60 now, so it is a great buy. Obviously, referring to your Nike Free line, this is going to give you obviously more flexibility. This is going to be better for shorter runs, and probably a little more universal since you can do some heavy weight training in this, and it does a good job overall. It doesn't really have a heel cup, as you can kind of see me just squeezing, just has a little more fuse surrounding it, and it doesn't have quite the lateral containment, but you can do a bit more stuff in there since I really wouldn't do any weight training in the Speed Trainer. Having the right gear for the right job makes all the difference. In this off season for a lot of sports and over the summer, working on your footwork and working on speed drills makes a huge difference and applies to a variety of sports. If you have access facilities where you do have turf or a track to work on, these shoes do an amazing job. It's not to say you can't use other shoes, but something like this does do a much better job than something like a Free or something like a regular runner. I was fortunate enough to pick up a Saucony Triumph ISO 2, super comfortable shoe, and I'll have a review on that for running. When I did try to do some sprints in there, it's just not meant for that, and that's okay because I can go for a run and jog, and it's an amazing shoe. So having the right gear for the right job will make all the difference in your training. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter and shoot me a DM if you did have any inquiries. If you liked that video, please give us that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you guys. My name is Levi with Sneaker Gears, and we'll come at you later. What a difference it makes in going from asphalt to the track. This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi. Today we have another episode of PowerGearz, and we're looking at the